my lumpias? FYI, this is a lumpia. It's a Filipino spring roll, and it's delicious. Oh my god. What is up, my lumpias? It's Vanessa, and welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I'm very excited. I like to sell clothes part-time on Poshmark. The video is about a new module in Poshmark called Posh Shows. So I am going to do a review, an honest review about it, and see if I like it or not. So if you guys are interested in doing Posh shows and aren't sure, definitely watch this video as it will be informative, and I'm always 100% honest with everything. So yeah, I hope it informs you of what you need to know, and if you have any questions, definitely ask them below. Before we get started, just want to remind you to make sure to hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit that subscribe button down below, as I post every single Friday. And with that, let's get into the video. So I've been selling on Poshmark for about technically like 2 years or so. I've been really serious about it since the beginning of this year. It's not like my full-time job or anything. I have a full-time job and I love my full-time job, but it's nice to make a little side hustle money, especially with inflation. Like, you need to make some money somehow. I'm just like, you know what, I need something simple that won't take too much of my time. And yeah, I started off selling clothes from my closet, because if you guys know my declutter videos, I have a lot of stuff. So I've been making about at least a sale a week, which is not bad. Sometimes it's more than one. It just depends. It honestly depends on who sees the item and if you have someone that wants to buy an item. So there's this new thing called Posh Shows. So I don't know if you guys know the app, whatnot, but it's kind of like an auction live stream style where the person would get on the screen, show the item, and they would post the item for whatever amount they want and kind of do an auction for it. So Posh Shows is kind of the same thing. So they started doing it. They're only doing it for people that are Posh ambassadors, that signed up for it on a first come first serve basis. I'm one of those people. So my first show is actually on Wednesday, which is very exciting. So yeah, we're gonna go on this journey and I'm excited. You get access to Posh Shows 48 hours before. So I'm doing it Wednesday evening. It's Monday morning right now, so I still don't have access on the app. The one thing that I noticed just from being a viewer, this is like my opinion just from being a viewer right now. So it looks pretty simple. The one thing though I did notice, I personally found, unless you have like a lot of followers, I've seen ones where people don't have a lot of followers versus ones where people have lots and lots of followers, like they're a Posh ambassador too or whatever. The number of views kind of differs. Another thing that I noticed is that Posh Shows, I find, are really good for items that you want to sell quickly. The idea is that it's an auction, right? So you kind of start off low. Men's stuff doesn't sell well on Posh Shows because it's mostly women on the Posh Shows. Like majority, it's women and they're buying stuff for themselves. It's like it's an impulsive thing, right? What I find really cool as a viewer is that you can kind of preview everything. So if you want to do a Posh Show, you should try and have your items that you want to sell up like as soon as possible, because it shows all the Posh Shows. And honestly, I look at stuff in advance, so you can kind of see the list of items that are going. As a viewer, I don't agree with like this one. I've seen people do silent live shows where people aren't comfortable on camera, which is totally fine, but people literally, it's like this. It's black like this, and then it just pops up the item, and they're just like, they show the item and put a price and they just bid. And it's like music playing in the background. Like, that's the Posh Show. And I'm just like, see a point in that. Like, if you don't want to show your face, it's one thing, but like, show the item. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I personally, as a buyer myself, I like the Posh Shows, because sometimes in the picture it looks a little different. I like it when you kind of see it hanging in person, not just clicking through and bidding. It's like, I don't see the point in that. Personally, I really don't. I ended up getting a rack from downstairs. There was this clothing rack that the old owners of this house left behind. It's just like a white clothing rack, because I'm gonna do my Poshmark show in my closet, obviously, most appropriate spot. But yeah, so it's just this white hanger rack. Yeah, I will check in with you guys later this evening. That way we can start prepping for the Posh Show. Hello everyone. So I'm just showing you how to create a Posh Show if you're creating one and doing it. So you are on your home screen, you click on the bottom right for your own page. You're gonna click the top right, the little tools, and it's gonna show My Posh Shows, the third one down. You click that. I already created mine, but you're gonna do create, and it will pop up this window here, where you add a cover shot, title, start time, the duration. The duration of the show, by the way, doesn't cut off. So if you do, I love how it says 6 hours. I think it makes sense to do an hour, and then like if you go over, you go over, you go under, you go under. But to do the cover shot, what I personally did, I went on Canva and I made mine. So the one that I did, put first Posh Show, outfits for work and after work. And I made this background. My next thing I need to do is add some clothes. So as you can see on the bottom right, there's a plus sign. So you click the plus sign. So there's two ways to add clothing. So you can do a quick list, an item, or add a listing from your closet. Add listing from your closet, pretty simple. You click it. Let's actually try, because I actually have not added anything. And I like how people numbered their stuff. So let's see what happens when I do that. So I guess how you do it is if you don't want it, you swipe to the right and you can put a trash can. But if you want to put numbers, you would have to go to your listing and change and add a number. And if you want a quick list an item, so you click that, you click the title, the category it is, and then the size. So you don't even need a photo, which I think is pretty cool that you don't need anything. I need to look at everything I have and decide what I want, and then we will number them. Something that I noticed, you know that test item that we did, it actually shows up in the closet like this. So when you click on it, it will be not for sale, and it will say this is part of the Posh Show, blah 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 blah. It's something, I don't know, that you haven't had a chance to take pictures of, whatever. It's good for a quick listing, so I really like that part. Good morning everyone. So it's the morning of the Posh Show. I need to prepare. What I did do is all my empty hangers, aka laundry that I didn't hang yet, or that stuff that's in the wash, I hung it up here. So I have some empty hangers, but I posted 50 items. 2 of them are purses though, I think, and 2 of them are shoes. So I need 44 hangers. I'm like about halfway there or so, and I want them all to be the same looking. Like I have some other hangers like this, but I want them to look aesthetic, you know, for the vibe. So I found another hanger. So I might, I also have like a ring light. So this is the life of a part-time YouTuber, you know, you have work and you have other things to do, but I still want to make these informative videos for you guys as well. So, and also a part-time seller. So like, look at this, okay? Real life here, real life, the hustle. So this is where I keep my stuff. They're bagged and they're sectioned by category. It's all here, all the way up here. So I'm just trying to pull up what I have, all my items. There it is, and I'm just looking at my list here. So I'm just gonna pull everything one by one and we'll bring it up. Time to finish hanging everything up. We need to put the numbers on. So how I'm gonna do it is, so I look at my items. So I see Rucksack red turtleneck is on top there. So I need to go to my listing. Rucksack. Go to that, edit, and rename it. So I have to put 1 space. Next list, whatever. So then when I go back to my Posh Show, Posh Shows, there, see, it has the number up there. So I need to do that with each one. That way, once I have the number, like for example, the Rucksack one, ta-da, and then I would put it to the front here. Okay, I wanted to get ready, so I'm just wearing like a little tank top. Has like an open back there and some black leggings. I want to be comfortable, and I know this light I'm gonna get really hot and the door's gonna be closed, so I'll be like really hot. So tank top it is. As you can see, everything has a number. So now we're gonna put everything in order and put a number. So let's do that quickly because it's just past 8 and the show starts in 25 minutes. Hi, Baba. Show starts in like 10 minutes, but I'm gonna show you. I have my music set up. I have the show here, so if there's comments and stuff, I can see everything, and I can also refer to my listings. I have the camera here, and I have everything with the numbers. So let's see how it goes. Oh my god, it starts soon and there's already one person waiting. Oh dear Lord. Here we go. Okay, I just had a sip of water because I was talking. I just finished. It is 9:56, so that was almost an hour and a half. I think it went okay. I thought it would sell a lot more. I did sell 2 items. The same person bought it, which is so nice. I did notice a lot of people want like bigger sizes because people are asking about like large, extra large. A lot of my items on my closet are mine, so small and extra small is how it is. These items didn't sell. I only sold 2 items, but you know what? It was a great learning experience because watching is one thing and doing it is another, because then that's when you start to know what people are interested in. I also noticed kind of like halfway through it, people kind of look at the brands, right? I had some Aritzia and stuff, but I had a lot of like fast fashion brands, which I don't think sells that well, but I have seen shows where it does sell really well, so I guess it just depends on the crowd. So I changed back into my PJs, drinking some water. My throat's so dry from talking so much. So for anyone that's interested in doing a live show, this whole thing with numbering, it's easy for people to request things, but the only thing that's really annoying about it is now I have to go back to my listings and edit them to remove the number. I'll do this if anything for my next one, is to just do a quick list and number them. It's just easier for numbering, and after you can just delete the ones that didn't sell. Okay, so the purposes of this video, we are going to, well, I am going to do another Posh show. Just one more, and I'm going to try a different tactic. I'm going to have, from what I learned on the show, I want to have more of an array of sizes, try and have more larger sizes in there. I went through my closet and I tried to pick an array of stuff that I have different sizes for. That way it's more inclusive for the show. See, I have changed. I have 35 items in total. See, I'm the first show today. No one else is doing a lunch show. People are doing it at like 1:30. I'm at 11:45. I'm the early bird. How I plan to do this. So you click the assign button and see how it says quick list an item. So we click that. And so we're gonna start at the beginning here. Add button, quick list an item. We're doing this one. Okay, so we're putting the number first. New without tag. Women, tops, bodysuit, size, no, extra small. Done. List. And ta-da! So when you click in it, you see that it says long sleeve glitter bodysuit. So then when people are looking, they're gonna be like, oh, what is that? You know, like I wanna see that. Essentially, that's how you do it. So I'm gonna do that for everything. So the good thing about this is you don't have to put a price, which in my head, I think this is better, because then people are like, ooh, I want to see number 3. What's number 3? They're like, ooh, that's cute. I wonder what she's gonna list it for. And if I say $20, they'll be like, oh, that's a deal, bid. As opposed to them seeing the listing and say I have that number 3 listed for $40 or something. Then people will be like, oh, she better start it at $10 or else I'm not gonna bid. You know what I mean? Hopefully this works. So cross fingers, and I'll see you after the show, which is in an hour. So, just finished the live show. I didn't sell anything. But what I did notice was a lot of people were more interactive. I'm surprised no one bought anything. It was a little bit too bad. Like, there was like stuff that people liked, but what they said, it wasn't there. Like, they're like, oh, I wish it would fit me. It's too small or it's too big. So that was kind of like, that kind of sucked. But Other than that, you know what? It was a learning experience, guys. So there are pros and cons for both, clearly, if you decide to do it one way or the other way, but the admin part, though, is way easier if you just do the quick listing. Overall, I rate the Posh show 6.5 to 7 out of 10, and here's why. Especially for the beta testing, it was a little bit annoying that people that already did a previous show had free reign to do a show whenever they want afterwards, because then that took away from the other people's experience for their first show, taking away the audience, spreading them out more, which wasn't really fair, because then the people who had first dibs on the Posh show first at an earlier date had more customers and people like watching them. You know what I mean? Like, it was just that whole thing just kind of sucked. The next thing is the numbering system. I feel like they should put numbers automatically when you add something, so that way people don't need to like rename and change stuff, which is kind of annoying. Also, the bundling kind of sucks, especially if a buyer doesn't purchase things. Luckily, my buyer did respond and was her stuff's ready to be shipped. I was just waiting because I also got some other orders. I have 3 boxes over there to ship, but I also have I was just waiting in case anyone bought something from today, but that's not the case. So yeah, but yeah, they need to get on that bundling stuff, because then that way it is so much easier and we don't need to worry about people deciding not to purchase it anymore or whatever it is. Editing Vanessa here. So I didn't really talk about positives that came out, even though I didn't sell that much in the Posh show. As you saw in the previous clip, I had a bunch of packages I was shipping out. I guess it attracted more people to my closet because I made a lot of sales afterwards, which was really great. And also I got a lot of more likes as well, so that's a positive too. So at least it gets like your name out there and your closet out there, which is also nice. Yeah, that's my verdict. So yeah, if you definitely want to try it, go ahead. If you want to sign up for Poshmark, I have a link down below that you get $15 on your account automatically, which is great. So definitely sign up if you want to resell some of your clothing items. Also, if you guys have any questions about the live show, ask them down below and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I did 2 now, so ask away. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this Poshmark live show review. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like and don't forget to click that subscribe button down below, as I post every single Friday. Thanks for watching and see you next week. Bye!